Next installment, how does the objectivist see the planetary system? You know what these people have done? These sick fucks, like whoever they are, whatever they're calling themselves, it's so complicated to unravel it. It is. It's like Trump said. It's like the medieval church. Like, it's so complicated what they've done. It takes like installments to unravel it to get to the topic of the planetary system. Okay. The propaganda model, okay, is this. They've put in, see what they do is they create something that disintegrates you. If you don't know how to think objectively, okay, but see, if you don't, you might just like you all the time sabotage the integrated function of your consciousness and, you know, undermine your ability to be certain about anything or see objective reality. It was a person who is like perceiving they have like an opinion about what's called the environment issue, Republican, Democrat, or whatever it is. I mean, what's happened is that somewhere along the way they sabotage the integrative function of their consciousness. But wait, maybe they were of limited intelligence, and they weren't like in the ruling class. They didn't like, you know how to see objectively or something, or they were busy or whatever it is. Okay, fine. So like what I'm getting at, or they're just doing some other profession, not following things like that. Well, now how you cannot follow the issue? I mean, no, I don't know who that is. Like, they're not interested in like, like the poisoning and that. But it's probably the same people that are like poisoned biologically or like disintegrating thought. Okay, but listen to me. But see, if you understood how to think objectively, like, because you read the objectivist epistemology, like, you wouldn't have a problem with. But until we have to unravel it for people who like don't know how to like understand objective reality and what's being done to them. Okay. What they've done is, it's so sick, they framed it this way. Now listen, but actually, okay, look. Why did they do it? Why did they do it like this? I mean, I would try to look positively, see the best. Like, maybe no, that's not an excuse. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, they put it in this way. They're saying that, okay, look. The planet is being poisoned. The water has lead in it. We're all dying. I mean, okay, there's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of issues to do with the global system. It's endless. I mean, it's endless. I mean, I don't even know if a lot of people walking around aren't human beings anymore. Probably by now. I mean, I'm not even kidding. I mean, okay, now wait a minute. What they've done is they've been able to use language in a way where they're discussing it, where what people, whether or not they realize it, they're arguing about whether or not industrial activity is causing global warming. Time out. Okay, watch. Okay, now look. For starters, okay, to argue whether or not industrial activity and our lifestyles and so forth causing what? Okay, causing what? Okay, causing, let's say, the destruction of the planet. Okay, let's call it that for a minute. Just put that there. Unless you were good at algebra, you don't want to listen to me. Okay, now listen to me. Here's the story. So they're saying, is industrial activity, like the lifestyles, industrial activity, consumption, is that? That's how they're framing it. The debate, okay, is that causing the destruction of the planet? Okay, now. Okay, but they're framing it on, okay, the subset of what they mean industrial activity. They're saying that you and me and like the way we live and like how many bags you take at the supermarket and like, don't take 2 cups, and it was the population's lack of understanding about doing that. It was that they're sort of framing industrial activity that we have no control over. Don't run the water when you, what did she say? Don't run the water when you brush your teeth. You don't have to waste water. Did I tell you about World War II? Be very careful. I run the sink all day. I always write that on Facebook. It's running right now. I just leave it running all day. I'm making a point. 80% of the water being used is why everyone's dying of... Well, no. 80% of the water being wasted that can't keep up with the hydrological cycle is used by industry. Remember, because my dad owned an evil corporation, you don't realize it's not agriculture only. Okay? You have no idea... Almost every product we make that we don't need, and like these fucking sneakers and shit, you need water in that process. Okay, 80 or more % of the water used and used too fast to keep up with the hydrological cycle is used by industry, broadly speaking. Okay, so I run the sink all day. We're not making a dent in it. I mean, you have to decide whose activity, when you say industrial activity, and that means like you not running the water when you brush your teeth, you taking one less bag, like the disintegrated, they are blaming the corporations, but somehow they're telling people like you're taking too many bags, like that's why I always take 5 bags. Like, I mean, trying to demonstrate something. Like, well, no, the corporations don't know how many bags I take. I'll tell you one thing they know. There's no market for it. My father used to tell me, right? They're making the recycled paper, right? The way they're doing it, for whatever reason, it actually uses more waste in a lot of it. They waste more paper, but, like, there's a market for something that's dumb than my father. So I hate those kind of corporations. There's a market for recycled paper. They found a way to do it, but maybe the cheaper way to do it, and somehow involves like wasting more paper, but there's a market for it, and it is recycled. I mean, okay, so we created a market by like telling you like, don't take too many bags. But no, it is industry itself that's doing it, and we can't do anything about it unless you change the way you think about it. Don't yell at me for taking 2 cups. I take 2 cups to make a point to you about coming into objective reality. Okay, but oh my god, I have to make keep them short. I have to do another video to get to the part about where that industrial activity is causing, and I put in the destruction of the planet. But actually, they're framing it as industrial activity is causing global warming, climate change. Okay, now we have to do a whole other video to get to the second part of the sentence. But I'm sorry, this is what's called objective reality. Unwinding what's been done to your mental architecture.